A deafening roar, a blinding flash, then chaos. New York City, a symbol of resilience and strength, found itself battling an inferno on January 14, 2025. An explosion, the cause of which is still under investigation, ripped through the heart of Midtown Manhattan, igniting a massive wildfire that consumed everything in its path. The bustling metropolis was instantly transformed into a scene of panic and destruction. The searing heat melted steel, glass, and dreams. Thick plumes of smoke choked the skyline, painting a grim picture of the disaster unfolding below. As sirens wailed in the distance, the magnitude of the situation began to sink in. This was not a localized incident. This was a catastrophe that threatened to scar the city for generations to come. The initial explosion, reported at approximately 3:15 p.m. local time, originated near Times Square, a high-traffic area teeming with tourists and locals alike. Eyewitness accounts paint a horrifying picture of the moment the city's rhythm was shattered. Sarah Thompson, a visitor from Ohio, described the scene as something out of a movie. She recounted, "1 minute, everyone was laughing and taking pictures. The next, there was this deafening boom, and everything went black." The force of the explosion sent shockwaves rippling through the surrounding blocks, shattering windows and collapsing facades. The ensuing fire, fueled by dry conditions and strong winds, spread rapidly, engulfing buildings in its path. First responders, already stretched thin by the city's usual emergencies, raced to the scene. However, the sheer scale of the disaster quickly overwhelmed their resources. As the fire raged on, it carved a path of destruction through the heart of Midtown. Residential buildings, office towers, and iconic landmarks were consumed by the relentless flames. The air, thick with the acrid smell of smoke and burning debris, became difficult to breathe. The economic impact of the disaster is expected to be staggering. Businesses large and small were forced to shut down, leaving countless employees uncertain about their future. The New York Stock Exchange suspended trading as a precautionary measure, reflecting the economic shockwaves rippling through the nation. Amidst the chaos and destruction, stories of heroism and resilience began to emerge. Ordinary citizens, transformed into unlikely heroes, risked their lives to help strangers escape the inferno. Section 4. Picking up the pieces. As the flames were finally contained after a grueling 36 hours, the true extent of the damage became horrifyingly clear. The once vibrant heart of New York City lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the destructive power of nature, or in this case, a disaster of yet unknown origins. The official death toll, while still being determined, is feared to be in the hundreds, with many more injured and missing. Hospitals across the city, already grappling with the ongoing pandemic, were stretched to their limits as they struggled to cope with the influx of casualties. Mayor Adams, visibly shaken but resolute, addressed the city in a televised statement. "We are New Yorkers," he declared, his voice unwavering. "We have faced adversity before, and we will face this challenge with the same spirit, the same determination." Section 5. New York Strong. In the aftermath of the disaster, the indomitable spirit of New York City shone through the ashes. Communities rallied around each other, offering support, comfort, and hope to those who had lost everything. Volunteers from across the city and beyond poured into the affected areas, distributing food, water, and other essential supplies. Makeshift shelters were set up in schools, community centers, and even private homes to provide refuge for those displaced by the fire. As the city begins the long and arduous process of rebuilding, one thing is certain: New York will rise again. The scars of this tragedy will undoubtedly remain, a somber reminder of the day the city faced its greatest challenge. While the investigation into the cause of the explosion continues, the focus remains on providing aid to those affected and beginning the task of rebuilding. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, but the spirit of New York, unyielding and resilient, offers a beacon of hope amidst the ashes.